Good day, YouTube. It is the 18th of September, 2024. This is my 2008 Yamaha Drive G29. It's a gas cart. Done a couple videos on it already. One when we got it, kind of introduced the project. And the second one, thing had a very serious head gasket leak, which turned out to be a head bolt that was 50% of the way backed out. Yes, finger tight. Not finger tight, probably backed out 5 threads, almost falling out. And we got that new gasket in there, kind of reconditioned, resurfaced the head, and put that back together, and she runs like she should now, I think. We haven't put too many miles on it, but yeah. The clutch, however, is in very poor condition. This thing was just literally run into the ground. They ran it way too long with a leaky head gasket. And I mean years, probably. And I don't think it was in the hands of a golf course at that time. I think it was in private hands. And then the clutch, oh my goodness. The clutch is actually, hang on a second, I'll show you. The clutch is actually wore all the way through. Let's see if I can, look at those holes in that driven clutch. Yeah, it just wore all the way through. Yeah, it's crazy. So the primary clutch may be salvageable. Maybe I throw it on the shelf or something, I don't know. But we're replacing primary clutch, secondary clutch, and both belts. So these were Amazon purchases. They're no doubt upgrades from the stock clutch on the Yamahas, which were problematic at best since new, what I understand. However, those last 2 carts that I've had, both did have their original clutches still on them, as you know this one does. So they can't be that bad, but they just don't work beautifully. But these should work beautifully. So new primary clutch right here, comes with the bolt. I purchased this thinking the last Yamaha gas cart I had needed a clutch, and it didn't. So I've had this on the shelf, so it's a good opportunity to use it because they're not cheap. And this is the removal tool. So once you get the bolt out of it, this on the stock clutch, this is the tool that drives, threads itself in and then pushes it off the crankshaft, essentially. And then the driven clutch should be easier yet. It just bolts, take a bolt out, and then it just slides off the spline, supposedly. And then a new generator starter belt, and then a new drive belt. So this thing should run like new or better than new when done. So what I have done so far, I kind of started this last night, a few minutes, is I pulled the battery out. I've got it sitting there on a repair mode on my charger. And I'm starting to I took a bolt out right there so that we can lift this plastic floor section up to get that bolt out. That's going to be probably the biggest challenge, is getting that bolt out, the removal tool in, the pulley off, and then the new bolt back in. Because that bolt comes out right beside the frame, slightly above the frame, and then this floor section. So there's a plastic clip right there on the other side of my pliers, if you can see that. And I was struggling to get that out of there. So there's one there, and then there's one next to it that goes through the body, to right there. And you got to get that out to get this way. If you're not careful, you're going to break it. And I was working with this tool, and I really couldn't get it done. These are like for door panels and stuff. So I went to Harbor Freight last night and bought this tool, and we're about to try it. Hopefully it works. And we get those stupid plastic clips out of there. Now, if that had been bolts and nuts, I'd be miles ahead, but it's not. It's those plastic clips. And for whatever reason, I'm struggling to get those things free. So let me get this thing out of its little package and give it a shot. All right, there's no camera angle that you're going to be able to see this, but you know, these pliers, you've probably all seen them, but anyway, I've just never owned a pair till now. But anyway, I'm going to get under that clip and see if it moves. If it can. Oh boy, it's in a bad spot, you know. Let me rearrange some things here. I can get at it perpendicular. Well, that's an amazingly strong clip. The tool's doing what it's supposed to do, but if I try to pull the pin out of it, it's actually slipping through the notch. If I try to pull the whole clip out of there, it's just amazingly strong. So I'm gonna go for breaking the clip. I'll go it alone. You don't want to see this. Well, I applied enough pressure and it broke. So the tool did the job. I didn't care if it broke or not. I just needed it gone. That allows this to pull out, save that hole. Now I'm going after this clip, which you might be able to see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's it. That's it. The idea is that we got to pull that floor up so we can get that bolt out of there. All right. Hope you can see from this angle. See if that floor now comes up. No. What the heck is holding that? Dang. Well, I'm going to have to dig into this thing deeper and see how we're going to get this bolt out of here. I'd be inclined to cut some of that floor out, make that thing accessible, but let me work on it. All right, here's the direction I'm going, right, wrong, or different. I have this big chain wrench, so I wrapped around the clutch and put a wrench, because there's no room for a socket, on this bad boy here. Putting this thing back together is supposed to torque to, I think, 75 foot-pounds. I can do that with a wrench. I mean, I got it kind of figured out. I think what I'm also going to do is cut the side out of this plastic brace thing here, or floor. I'll look down below, but I should be able to get that out of there. We got this side right here, but it's kind of in line. It's going to be close. Hopefully there's enough room when that thing unthreads to sneak that out of there. I'm willing to put a hole in the side of that floor. That thing is super strong. It's holding a battery and the side of the cart. So that's how I'm going to proceed. Let's see how it goes. All right, I did cut the side out of that plastic floor piece. It's right here. That's what I removed. And then from underneath, I've jacked up the floor. And you can see I got the bolts to slide out because I've jacked up the floor. Alright, the bolts out. Then we get the removal tool. Ta-da. If it'll go back in there, that would be great. We can do this all from the camera. Have to look. There it is. Oh, yeah. I still should be able to get a socket on this. I guess I could have picked a socket before I put the bolt in that thing there. Oh, well, we'll find it. You're gonna go long ways. Probably should put a little grease on it. I don't know how hard these are to pull. Maybe they pop right off. Alright, finger's getting tired. Let me find a socket. Alright, so I've got that run in there by hand. I got a socket on it. It's now bottomed out. I should be able to just twist and pop that thing off of there. However, it's not going to be easy. I've pushed out a little bit on a 1/2-inch ratchet. Let me see if I can get you guys in the shot. As good as you're going to get. Tight quarter, so I'm going to use gloves because it's no doubt going to lose some knuckle skin here. I wish I'd get an impact on it, but at this angle I'm not going to be able to. So we got a ratchet. Okay, here we go. Yeah, shoot. I'm telling you, it's tight. Yeah, smokers. Alright. Let me fight with this. You can see the task I have ahead of me. It's not going to be easy. We're going to get crazy. We have to say some bad words. But it, you know, like my dad used to say, it didn't grow on there. Here we go. Alright, this is my setup and it appears to have worked. I put a ratchet strap, I tied it to the front suspension and then around the ratchet handle and started pulling on the ratchet strap. And it seems like it has come loose. At least it's spinning. Yeah, I believe I got it. There it is. Woohoo! Look at that. I gotta take this bolt out now. Well, that's the hardest part of this thing done. And I guess you just sit down and think about it for a minute, find out other ways to do this. Get her done. Now if it'll just unthread itself. It's just a little tight in one spot. I could just make it through. There we go. That was successful. Sorry, you probably can only see my elbow, but what are you gonna do? I can barely see this myself. But you get the idea of what's going on, so. Ooh, there's another like bolt right there. No wonder I couldn't get that thing up there. So I've put a jack under that floor and jacked it up, but then I see there's another bolt on this outside, which would have probably made life so much easier and possibly not even needed to cut the side out of the floor. So look at that. I couldn't see it. Don't know why. There it is. No harm, no foul. Live to pull another clutch another day. Okay, I need to first let my little jack down. Where's my pliers? There we go, they're right here. And then I have to let the table down a little bit so I can pull that clutch out of there. Alright, sorry about the compressor, but gotta get that clutch out of there. We got to get that other one off of there. And I haven't really looked at that much. So let me see how easy that nut or bolt comes off of there. And we'll go from there. All right, that took a 12mm wrench. It was super tight. I had to double length the wrench, but then I got it to break loose and it came right out. Let's see how easily the clutch itself slides off the old splines there, shall we? This thing's a riot. It's just how wore it is. Almost there. Come on, buddy. There, the belt is in the way. I tried so hard to get that off of there. What was that? What was that? A sleeve. A sleeve fell out. Trying to move the belt. There we go. All right. This thing is just trashed. Team clutches. Just gone, baby, gone. Got a purple spring in it. I don't know what, if that's the stock spring. I assume it is. It has definitely gone all the way down to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 webs all the way through. That one's about to go. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. All right. Let me find that sleeve that fell out. All right. Ooh, I need to remove some files. Well, this was on the ground. I don't know what it fell out of. That's just splines there. Guess that could have went around that shaft in there. We don't care. We're not reusing that. Okay. Well, I better take a little break and get rid of some files on my camera so I can continue the filming process. But then we'll get back on replacing the old clutches. Put the new ones in. Here we go. All right, I have slid the secondary clutch back on. Then I put that spacer in, the one that fell out, which I really wasn't aware of. But anyway, I think the bolt can now go in. I greased the splines and then realized that the new clutch already had a ton of grease in it. I'm not sure what I'll be able to show you here. If I can get this bolt in. Anyway, I'm gonna fiddle with this thing. Right, I've had a bunch of other things going on today, by the way. So I put that secondary clutch bolt in and was gonna torque it to 25 foot-pounds, which is what I saw on the internet. I've also seen 35, I've seen different numbers, and I've seen just tighten the thing up. Don't go too crazy with it. It's a relatively small bolt. Anyway, I was trying to torque it to 25 and I never could get there, and I finally didn't want it to go any further, so I have stopped there. It's probably 20 or very, very close to that, one side or the other, and that's where I've quit. I'm not tightening it in anymore. It scared me to death. So let's get ready to put this primary clutch on. I pulled this little cap off here. I see there's already a bolt here, but yet I got to get a bolt all the way through, which means I probably got to take this cap off to get to that bolt. So yeah, hope I can, yeah, it should be fine to get this back on once it's in there. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. All right, so I'm gonna pop this off and slide this on. That's a tapered shaft, like you'd see on a generator or lathe or a mill or something. Tapered shaft. It holds it in place without a keyway or splines. Yeah, we got a Zerk fitting on that, little notch in the cover for it. So let me pop this off so we can put that on, excuse me, and then get the bolt in, get the belts on, put the cap on. Probably going to finish it up in the morning. I just, again, a bunch of things happened today, so wasn't able to stay on this, but we'll get her done tomorrow. All right, so you really don't have to take that tin off, but you do got to take the bolt out of it that was in there. So what I do with it, I don't even know. Oh, there it is. So yeah, this was the bolt that was in it, holding it, something, probably keeping it from banging around or something. Don't know, but it was definitely threaded in there, probably for shipping. And then you can put that really long bolt in that comes with it. Yeah, this thing is very smooth. I mean, it's I think a pretty good quality little piece there. 180 bucks on Amazon. I need to back off the generator adjustment so I could get the belt on it, but we got the drive belt on it. I've got to tighten up that nut, so I'm gonna have to stop that pulley with a screwdriver or something, and I think we can get it torqued. But we're gonna do it tomorrow. So catch you guys in the morning. All right, good morning. It is the next day. Yeah, today's Thursday. So I'm loosening up the generator. You can see I got a 19mm wrench and maybe a 17mm socket to get those two top bolts loose so the generator will pivot. You got a locking bolt down there, 12mm wrench, and that adjustment screw. If I could see it right there. 10mm jam nut and 10mm bolt. That should allow that generator to move. don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh boy. Well, let's put the belt on, if it will. If it will. I haven't torqued the bolt on this primary clutch yet. Ouch. Keeps us sliding off, doesn't it? Alright. I'm gonna have to fiddle with it. We'll get it. Right, here's my setup for torquing that. I got it all tightened up. I torqued it to 65 foot-pounds. I used this particular torque wrench because it's small at that end and it fit in there. And then I used a deep socket against the frame to keep the clutch from spinning. Okay, I got I had to really loosen up all the adjuster nuts and stuff so that the generator would spin. I got it all the way down as far as it would go, and I still had to kind of fight the belt on. So it's actually really tight right now. So it's not going to require any tensioning to speak of. They should have gave me a little longer belt, but I got what I got. I guess for stretches we're in good shape. Anyway, that's tightened. The secondary clutch is tightened. We just need to get the generator all tightened up and then put this cover back on, that metal cover. Again, you don't have to pull it, but you probably do have to pull it if you're going to stop the thing from spinning while you're torquing this thing on. Alright. Let's get this thing together. Here we go. Alright, generator is tightened down. The belt is tight. It's a little snug actually, but I got that cap back on, the little plug put in it. So all the parts are there. I'm going to clean up some of this wiring here for a little bit. So let me do that off camera. Get rid of, I'm going to start over, cut all those tie wraps and just try to sort this out a little bit. I don't like the horn button being placed there or the light switch being placed there. But I mean, there's already holes in the body, so there's no benefit to changing it now. So, but I do want to get this cleaned up a little bit in here. And then we'll put the battery back in and we'll give it a shot. So, I'll be back in a little bit. And we're back. And Autumn said she wanted to come out and be with Dad today and help on the golf cart there. So she came out there with Daddy. Yeah, didn't you, sweetie? Yeah, thank you for coming out here to be with Dad, okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's show them what we did. Alright, let's see what we did. Got everything back together. And we are ready to test fire. Got wiring cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, away from the muffler. The wads of excess wire out of there. I'm not sure what's up with the oil warning light. That thing has come on a couple times and I was fiddling with it. So, but let's put it in the neutral. Like so. Key on. Fire up. Whoa, buddy. I guess I'm not in neutral. I'm like 2 inches from driving this thing right off the table. Had a block of wood under it, like so. All right. All right, let's I'm gonna put this down. We'll do that again on the ground. Didn't even have the ramps on it. Crash. All right, it's back down on the ground safely. We found neutral, and watch the pulleys. I'll run the throttle here, start her up, and I did just fire it up. Wow, is it so quiet now? The clutch was so bad, and the engine was so bad. This thing was horribly noisy, but it's back down to wow. It's really, really quiet, even with the seat open. So. Look at that. Look at that. So, I think it's a test drive time. What do you think? And Autumn doesn't like these golf carts. I don't know if she really doesn't. Now, our medium child dog loves them. But Autumn Bear, no, not so much. She'll stay away. She'll bark at it. She'll try to nip at it. She'll chase after it, but she doesn't want any part of it. So, all right, let's get this backed out of here. Here we go. And we got to go after all these rattles back in the back. I'll do that today too. Oh, it's sweet. It's like new. I don't want her coming out in the street. Autumn, wait! No. Thank you. Autumn, house. House. Wow, it's just like super smooth. And it'll, if you back off, it'll continue to idle. And just ease into it. Scare my nerves. Very nice. Very, very nice. One out of beer. up the ramp. Here we go. Beep beep out of there. Spinning. Got a pretty hard step right there. I don't know. See her bite at the tire? She hates these things. Hates them. That's no good, sweetie, okay? Okay. Thank you. Wow. Right up on the ramp. That's awesome. Well, guys, I think that's gonna complete this video for y'all. Clutch replacement on a 2008 Yamaha G29, and it's really awesome. So we got the thing running. In a previous video, we had serious head gasket blown, and now we got the serious clutch wore out parts replaced, new belts. She's awesome. Cleaned up some wiring. She's awesome. I think I'll spend the rest of the day kind of tightening up this junk back here. I have this gasket. It's right here. They're expensive. I had to put them on 2 Yamaha golf carts ago. I had to buy a set. But yeah, these things just rattle and everything is loose as a goose. Yeah. No good. No good. What's that? Is it loose or broke? Can't see. Oh, it slides in. I don't know. We got some issues. We got to take this thing apart. Okay, I'll do that. Not much to show there probably, so I'll just do that off camera. Guys, thanks again. Thumbs up on the way out. Share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Next for this thing will be tires. I'll either put a set on these wheels. I've ordered a set of tires for another set of wheels I've got. Then we'll just go through and detail this thing and call it finished here pretty soon. So another video or two coming up, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, catch you on the next one. Autumn, say goodbye. Yeah, that's my girls. Okay, bye everybody.